Hello and welcome to another update video about FET.AI. Still the same perspective that there is a good chance, at least we're watching for it, if FET is now in a wave 2 correction, a larger degree wave 2 correction. By the way, I have to change the wave degree here. And in this wave 2, we're dealing with an ABC structure. Yeah. So a while ago, we talked about this descending wedge. Highlighted, okay, possibly an A wave is finished. We would need to see a B wave to the upside shortly. And this seems to be unfolding as a so-called flat structure where the A wave is done, the B wave and the C wave of the larger degree B wave is currently unfolding. In the previous video, we added a micro count as well. These are always to be taken with a pinch of salt. Don't take them too seriously for some of these altcoins, especially if it is so choppy, this move to the upside, yeah. So this could really be an ending diagonal that's unfolding here or something. Anyway, we highlighted relevant support. So I explained to you that the price can still push higher in this C wave of wave B as long as it's above 22.6 cents. That support level hasn't changed at all. The reason for this is, so obviously that's measured against the latest high, so it hasn't made a new high, so the support is still relevant. It is worth to observe it, because if, we need to be ready that this could come down as well. The reason is that this C wave already reached the minimum length it needs to reach. I think that was, it was the 100% extension. I can't remember what the price level was. Because in any C wave, if you have an A wave and a C wave, they are in a Fibonacci relationship. And you can see that one relevant level is the 1-to-1 ratio, 100% extension level. Now, got rejected here, broke eventually, and retested from above. So that rather would indicate it has good chance to push higher, in my opinion. But just still need to be aware of the possibility that it can, of course, come down. But as long as it's holding the support level, it should be able to move higher. We just have to change the assumption as soon as we see a break below 22.6 cents. Now, the next key level resistance is here around 28 cents. That's previous swing highs here. Resistance, also here. Historically, a lot of interest around that price range. And if we add the VRVP, the volume profile, you can see there's a bit of a spike there as well. Oops, so around the 28 cent level here, but especially here, a lot of oscillating around that price level that was back in January of this year. Then you can, in addition to that support level, you can also track price action with a trend line. Now we have 3 touch points for a potential trend line, so you could use that to maybe trade pullbacks to the trend line. There are different ways of doing this. So it's really that price can move higher. 28 cents is, in my opinion, resistance. 31.5 cents is a level we defined earlier, and then 32.45 cents are all levels to watch while price is climbing higher against the ascending trend line that I have marked here on the chart and against the support level. So if the trend line breaks, it would be a first indication that this rally might be over, but it could still find support at the 50% FIB level. Below that level, however, I think it has a good chance to come down and probably then topped in just a 3-wave structure and could continue its pathway to the downside in a C wave. But this chart shows that the potential for it to move higher against support is very high. I mean, the potential in terms of how high it can go, because the resistances for the larger degree B wave, they range all the way up to 46.3 cents. So my preference is that it climbs a bit higher, especially as long as it's above support. But it's not a great setup, right? Or at least now, because it's sort of in between support and resistance now. But that all depends on your strategy. I mean, there are people who trade pullbacks to trend lines, all sorts of stuff, It just really always depends on the strategy. Okay, that's my update about FET. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.